and well, on running since last Christmas. But nonetheless, around about this time of the year, there's always reminders, and the premise is so simple. It's shoe boxes that are gift wrapped, and they go to children facing poverty in 12 different countries across Africa and Eastern Europe. Now, the reason that I mention all this is because the deadline actually is coming up fast, and it is on the 10th of November. Ruth, it's such a simple idea, a shoebox, wrapped in Christmas paper and then filled with presents and goes off to children, who otherwise would have a much more miserable Christmas.
Yeah, it's a fantastic project. It's been going here in Ireland for many, many years. And of course, Donegal being one of the most generous counties in Ireland, we have shoebox centres all the way across Donegal.
Are we really, or are you just saying that?
I believe it.
Okay. That's good enough for me.
No, I think we are. We have 5 centres across Donegal, and Team Hope always tell us we're, one of the hardest working counties in Ireland when it comes to the shoebox appeal. I think people know that even in times of struggle, we have it so much better here than places around the world where people literally have nothing. And our little gift can make such a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a little gift. I mean, you don't expect people to be too generous, but first of all, can I ask you where do you know what countries, like let's say here in Donegal, would you know specifically what countries the boxes would go off to from here?
We don't know for fact this year, because until they actually get sent off, we don't know. Last year, though, our Donegal boxes went to the country of Burundi in Africa. So children really literally have very, very little. And our little gifts of toothpaste and toothbrush and copybooks and pens, they make such a difference.
And they do make such a difference. And I suppose it's a great project to get young children involved in, and it helps them to appreciate all sorts of things. And the fact that, in many cases, those are the sort of items that are going into the box makes us all think just about how well off we are in comparison. What sort of things should we be putting in? I mean, those are basics, but it'd be nice to put in a wee treat as well, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The shoebox appeal, I've made it really easy because it's the 4 W's. So it's something to wash, that's your toothbrush and toothpaste or a bar of soap. Something to write, which is your copybook and pen. Something to wear, which is often just a pair of socks or a woolly hat. Even in Africa, a woolly hat is actually really valuable because it's very, very cold at night and they don't have central heating. And then with the last one is a wow, something that is just that little bit of a treat, whether it's some sweets or a cuddly toy or a ball. A bouncy ball is so much loved everywhere in the world. Okay. Just something very simple, and that is lovely for the children.
And should we worry about the weight? I mean, you're chatting there, generally speaking, things that are pretty light. Should we worry about the weight, or just put in what we think would be enjoyed?
Put in whatever you think. And I always say to people listening, you don't have to spend a fortune. Just shop smart, buy multi-packs of things like copybooks, or even look around the house for a copybook that hasn't been used. A nice cuddly toy that, a lot of people have more cuddly toys than they actually need. And as long as it's clean, that can be given to another child who would really value it.
And is it age specific? Can we pack for like a certain age, or is it a broad age?
Yeah, the little leaflets, which are widely available in all the shops and through schools and also online at teamhope.ie, they are just tell you 3 different ages. So it's a 2 to 4, a boy or a girl, age 2 to 4 for the little ones, age 5 to 9, the sort of middle age group, and age 10 to 14.
Okay, pick one of those age groups.
One of those. And I'll say from the point of view of us, we know that the youngest and the oldest age groups are the most neglected. So people don't always do. So if you are making a box for the first time, perhaps picks the babies or the teenagers, because that's the ones that we don't get so many boxes.
Okay, so it's the 4 W's: something to write with, something to wash with, something to wear, and then something that has a wow factor, something a novelty or something for fun.
Lovely.
And there's a number of different centres then where these boxes can be dropped off around Donegal and beyond. And the list and the details are online.
They are indeed, and all of them. And you can get in touch with the local centres where you are as well. We're fortunate that so many schools across Donegal and preschools, they're all involved. Secondary schools as well, right the way across. I'm the coordinator in Inishowen, so anyone in Inishowen knows me, and we've been doing this for years and years. And there's coordinators in Letterkenny and over in Dunlow and other places. So
okay, and so simple. It's just an ordinary shoebox wrapped in. You wrap the box itself and the lid separately. Am I right in saying that?
Yes. Because in the centres, we collect all the boxes. We check them to make sure there's nothing that's not allowed, because customs will check. And if you put in stuff like war toys and things like that are not so appropriate, we check them. If the box is just slightly empty, we might add in an extra packet of sweets or an extra cuddly toy just to make sure no child gets less. And then we seal it with a tape that's customs, and then off it goes. And the next person to open the box is the child themselves.
Brilliant. And off it goes to spread the joy of Christmas and to arrive in time. All right. Well, the closing date, the deadline for dropping off the shoe boxes is the 10th of November, and more information online at teamhope.ie. Ruth, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, John.